messed up ones. Okay, so, yeah. I forgot to change the date. So there's like a minute and a half video I'm gonna delete, so whatever. Now the date's right. Um, I didn't stream yesterday because I was taken to dinner by 3 work friends, and we sat there and laughed and joked until like around 10:20, and then they took me home, so I got home around 10:30. So yeah, it was pretty nice. They paid for my $3 Mountain Dew. I was not hungry because, okay, work, they had this little associate meal where they bought everyone this like Asian food that is in the little kind of area that we're kind of at. Sorry, it's yeah, I'm early. And I was a pig and I ate all of it. I mean, it was a big container of stuff too, and I'd never had this stuff. It was so good. It was so flipping good. So I ate myself to uncomfortable status, and like I was just like kind of hoofing around after, but like it was like uncomfortable to bend. It was uncomfortable to like stand. I ate entirely way too much, and I wasn't ashamed. I really wasn't ashamed about it. I was just like, dude, this was epic. I gave, like, dude, I'd give it like a 5 star. I'd eat there again. Um, I don't know how much it cost, but yeah, I'd totally take myself out on a date for that. But yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, but and then like they were hungry because they only ate half of their lunch and left the rest in the fridge for work today, and so I felt like a pig, but then the server was like, oh, I brought you some plates just in case you'd like to pick off their food, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. And they kept coming back and asking if I was okay, if I needed, and they were like, no, we tried to get her. She's still full from earlier, and I was like, yeah, I'm good, thank you. So I had people continuously staring over, looking at me like, why the hell are you here if you're not eating anything? I was just drinking. They probably thought I was some weird person, but yeah, drinking Mountain Dew. This thing was like this big. It took me like forever. I mean, it was in this huge glass. Most of it was ice, but it still took me forever to get through this damn thing. And then I got a ride home, and it was quite the event, and yeah, it was fun. So I got home and I showered, and then I just passed out. Kind of passed out. So I waited, and the Mountain Dew was still very Mountain Dewy. It was so caffeinated. I'm sorry. Anyways, so I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll put one here. 10, 11, 12, 13. Looking for diamonds. Well, actually looking for iron, but still looking for diamonds too. Yes, because I lost all the stuff. Can't really say we lost it because I lost it, because I was trying to dig a little bit further down so that the villager's bow crossbow wasn't going to accidentally kill me from inside my little hidey hole that I had found, that I had mined into. And then they decided to put lava 3 blocks down from 64. and I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't build. It was like, you people. I think they totally cheated. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, damn, I lost count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm on 8. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. So that'd be 20. 20 from that. So, yeah, they offered to, like, buy me a ticket for a wrestling match, tonight, because that's what they're, like, all three of them were doing. Well, that's what they were going to do. They don't know what they're going to do now because all the tickets were sold out. But I was like, no, I'm, like, flipping people claustrophobic, too many people. Not a good thing. Not a very good, crowd person. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like I have crowd anxiety, I guess you would say. Must be daylight. Or they ran into some lava. Don't know. So, sorry, I'm playing another game while I'm playing this game. I know, it's awful. So awful. Same game I'm always playing when I'm playing something. Big Heroes. It has some auto features, and those auto features are amazing. You know what's tough? This is tough. So we have a new associate starting at my workplace tomorrow, and I'm only working 2 hours tomorrow, which is interesting because I'm supposed to be off, and they were really antsy about it. It's like a store meeting. Everybody has to be there, and we're going to be learning about something that for the next 2 months there's something going on with the store, and we have to learn this all in this 2 hours, and it's like, okay. But they're trying to make it fun, like a game kind of thing, like Jeopardy. I'm like, it's like, I like Wheel of Fortune better. And they were like, one of the managers was like, ugh. And I was like, what? Vanna White? And he was like, Vanna White hasn't been on Wheel of Fortune in a long while. And I was like, pfft. I was like, I don't care. I was like, she was the best, you know, kind of. Okay, if you're not familiar with Wheel of Fortune, it's this big wheel where they spin it, and the amount, there's like dollar signs on the damn spindle kind of thing. And when you spin it, you're allowed to guess a number for the price. If you guess the number, not the number, the letter, and it is the actual letter then on the board, because it's like a word puzzle, okay? And hold on, let me bring this up. This could be like quite the entertainment. Let me pop this up and go like this. Where, okay, if I exit out of that and I pop this up and I go to this. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's see some images. Okay, This looks safe. It doesn't look like it's anything that's okay. So we're going to pop this up so that you can see it. Ta-da! Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is the wheel that they spin, and if you look 1, 2, 3 aisles down, well, aisles, yeah, 3 aisles. I'm so in work still. Anyways, so if you go 3 levels down and then 1 over, okay, so 3 levels down, and if you're looking at the very, guess that side, the very, that's so weird because this would be my right. So if you're looking at your left on the screen, if this is your left, it's 1 over from that, and it says that would be kind of what the puzzle is, and like this one would be solving the puzzle, which is interesting. And then the other one that's up at the top right corner says Teacher's Week. They would have to guess each, they'd spin, and whatever the little pointer, like whatever it stopped on, they could go either bankrupt, that would be the black, or any of the nice little number colored wheel parts. I don't know. But anyways, so they'd spin, they take a guess, and it would add up if they did continue to get the letters, and they'd be able to solve the puzzle and take home the money, and then they'd still have some prizes too. But I thought this game was better than, let's see if I can pop that back over here and find a safe Jeopardy thing. But we might be able to win some prizes. Jeopardy. Okay, so this would be the Jeopardy board. It's going to be for points. They're not giving us money. It's going to be for prizes, and if somebody can guess the prize, well, the thing for the prize, then we get a prize. I was hinted at that it's candy. I'm like, okay, I like candy. I mean, sure, whatever. I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I'm gonna try. So that is what we're going to be doing while we're learning how to do something for the next 2 months. Ooh, and we get pretty purple shirts. Everybody's like, oh, it's like Barney the dinosaur. It's a pretty purple. I'm like, flip. I was like, am I the only one that likes this color? And we have to wear these purple shirts to promote the sale for, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, for like, what is that called? For 2 months. And everybody's complaining about it, and they're just like, I don't want to be like Barney. And I'm just like, dude. And then they were like, oh, it's like Grimace. Grimace is what is that called? Old McDonald's mascot, I guess you would say. Because there's Ronald McDonald, the Hamburglar, the Fry Kids, Grimace. He was the big purple one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be 30. That's 32, and there's nothing around. Where? Is it up? Oh. Down? No. Where? Oh damn, what's up here? Lava. Okay. I actually do want to look at that. I'm not in the best attire to be looking around lava areas, but here we go. Just quickly. Sometimes there's diamonds around the lava. Ah, diamond. I'm gonna try not to muck it up, but I can't promise anything. There's lava so close. I feel that it's protecting me from something. I don't know where the sounds are coming from. Oh, flip. Yeah, found where the sounds are coming from. Kind of. No. No. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I don't want that. I don't want it. Flip. Okay, okay. So panicking. Okay, so if I dig this way, I might be able to dig into it, maybe. Just in case. Woohoo! Looking for more just in case. I don't know what side of the lava I had my thing on. Pretty sure it's that side. No. I don't know if my headset's on right. Just a little freaking. Yep, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to look at you. I really don't, but if you force me to, I might. Alright, so covering this up. Okay, that should be okay now. Six, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alrighty, so not that way. Oh, so I found some already. And I found some over there. Oh, damn. Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. Okay. Expanding anyways. Oh, I get a ride tomorrow too. That's pretty damn amazing. Because walking flipping damn near 3 hours just to get there, to have to stay there 2 hours, and then have to walk like 3 to 4 hours back, and it's not my cup of tea. Speaking of tea, I would like something to drink. Excuse me. So. I don't feel like messing with the gravel right now. Is that water? Oh. Yeah. Coach, sorry. That's total water. That's totally water. Yeah, it's messing up my pretties. Alright, let's see now. If I could just put that back up, maybe it won't come down this way. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. I don't want to do that. I see red stuff. Sorry, redstone. Oh, crane my neck. I shouldn't crane my neck to look so. Oh, my foot is on the other shoe, huh? Yeah, it's the reference is, oh, the shoe is on the other foot, but it's a bad one. It's just no. Frick. Try not to have anything spawn in here. It's a lot harder than it looks. Well, see, that reference is... Oh, anyways, did it again. That reference is, pretty much based on... Oops. Someone putting on the wrong shoe for the wrong foot. Yeah. People have different, like a little shape to their foot. Weird enough, yeah. And as many sizes and shapes of feet come in. Hold it down. I don't like that. So as many sizes as like feet come in, they really don't give wide enough shoes to people who need them. Give me all points. I kinda want that. Oh damn. Sorry, I'm looking for diamonds. Okay. So. Should possibly put this diamond down before I accidentally muck up and either blow myself up or something else. No, don't want to put that in there. tough. Actually, I think I'll keep those because I kind of need those. Oh, how dare they? I need that. I really, well, they got two of them too. They're like, no, come up here. Jingle, jingle, come here. Hi. No. Yeah, they got me. I'm so glad I set down my flippin' stuff. So glad. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Again? I have to fight to get into the damn thing so that I can have a sword. 'Cause I need a sword. My sword was about to bust. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did I leave my wood? Oh, I'm so mean to myself. So mean. I'll take one of these though. Oh, did I need food? I'm not going down there while it's nighttime. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, they look full, they look done, but I'm gonna leave them for right now. I believe the village is this way. Because that was the one in the village, right? Lay the map down too. Well, I'll get it whenever I get there, but I am here. If I head that way. Okay. Just gotta get there before my stuff despawns. And not climb every tree. It's hard, I know, but I'm gonna try. Serpentine, serpentine. Oh, look at the cute. I'm sorry. You're just so cute. Oh, and I get a snotty one too. I wonder what made him so sad. Or was he sick? I'm getting sidetracked. That one looks sad too. Why do they look sad? Okay, so I was explaining something while I was talking to someone while I was eating my lunch earlier, and she was, off the clock and everything. She was, hanging around for her boyfriend, and I was chatting with her while I was, flipping eating my lunch, and in the middle of me, talking about something, and I was like, I'm sorry, and I had to move the chairs a little bit further apart because it looked like they were holding hands, and I was, what do they call that, anamorphosizing or something. I'm hopeless romantic, so it looked like they were holding their hands, and I sat there and I was like judging myself for thinking that they were holding hands, and I'm just like, I was like, I am so flippin', I'm so sad. I'm so sad. And as I'm sitting there thinking, hey, I can't sit here and look at this. It's not that I was jealous that the chairs looked like they were holding hands, but it kept catching my eyes, and then I started like getting aggravated with myself because I was sitting there being a hopeless romantic, and while trying to discuss something that I felt very adamantly about, I think I didn't go far enough this way. So, these people today, I don't even want to call them customers because I don't want to put them in the same like ball field, in the same class as the customers that come to this place. So my task for today was to grab all of the labels that were expiring today, as well as the old ones that hadn't been taken for some time, ones that were expired. Okay, so I was taking down labels and like tag holders, and I'm doing my job. I had to put this mod, like this planogram, that's what they call them, together, and I'm thinking I'm going to overshoot this thing, but I'm trying to find some familiar markers, but well, I think it's this way. But anyways, these people had, okay, so there was a female that looked like she was in her mid to late 40s, and a male that looked like he was pushing like 60 but had dyed his hair, so that maybe because he was self-conscious or something. I need to find, hold on, I don't even have any dirt. I was like, let me just I'm so lost. So fucking lost. But anyways. So, excuse me. This duo, one was sitting there talking about religion and everything, making people uncomfortable, okay? And this, oh hey, there's a portal. So this other person was, talking about like, oh yeah, they believe and blah blah blah, and then they're asking me if I believe, and I'm sitting there, I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm not really a religious person, and I don't like when people shove their religion on people. I really, really hate that. I mean, we've gone way past the pet peeve, and we're into me putting my foot down, slamming a table, a handle on the table and saying back off kind of thing. And I'm really, really feeling uncomfortable. And I just, I'm trying to get the line moving, and they're holding up the line with their conversation. And someone is asked to help. with the other register, and there's a conflict because this lady claims that these Purell boxes, like all these Purell wipes, that we don't even have a mod for yet, that somebody had opened up and put on a shelf in between two different Purell bottles, because I had put this planogram up, and it was just these Purell little things and a nice hefty Purell little thing. Well, someone had moved these things, and they were like kind of tilted over, like they had been just shoved out of the way, and like a good, like maybe 6 or 8 of those bags had been put up there for some reason. And I'm just like, I know for sure, like 100%, that I had not put these damn things up there. Nobody else had put these damn things up there, because nobody had been doing freight because we were so busy. Alright, so not only that, but the manager who I had to call over because these people were trying to fight me with the price, because we honor the price if the tag is there. And so this guy is, you know, sitting there behind the lady who's trying to get these things that are ringing up for like possibly like $6.40 like it was a good, like, okay, think of baby wipe sized, okay, these nice hefty things, but they're Purell wipes. This is new product. We haven't even set the POG for it. The boxes are sitting next to the area where this new mod is going to come in effect tomorrow. So they had popped open a box of it and shoved it onto this this planogram, this standing thing that was there. Okay, it was like a little island kind of thing, and then they're sitting there trying to fight me with this, and the mail was saying how there's no way that I could possibly know the prices, and they were like, maybe you should, you know, go over and help her. And I was like, I put my foot, I was like, excuse me, sir, I'm not allowed to leave my register when I'm in the middle of a transaction. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no, you know what you're doing. And I was like, because I put force behind my voice. I was like, no, flip. I was like, flip that. I was like, you flipping thief. I mean, I got bad juju from this guy. Not just because he was sitting there trying to, he wasn't trying to save my soul or anything. He was sitting there trying to manipulate me, and that sets off a whole crap load of red flags. I mean, ooh, I hate that. And okay, it was like, let me lay this down. So this guy gave me the feelings of when a person, you know, they do a whole hell of a lot of bad things in the background, but yet they claim to be a nice person up front. That is what that person had given me the vibes of. And I can't find my flippin' place. I can't find anywhere. I should have just saved the damn 15-minute video and checked the damn results. Now I'm super lost. I mean, like, super duper lost. That's alright. We're exploring, right? Not getting any credit for exploring, but we're exploring. I'm gonna get eaten by a spider, too. But anyways, this, I mean, the lady seemed, you know, sketchy too, but she didn't give me the horrible vibe. She gave me, like, she'll tell you one thing and then do something completely the opposite. Like, you know, one of those friends are like, oh yeah, I'll be over, blah, blah, blah. And then they never show up kind of vibe, you know? But yeah, you're like, yeah, okay, sure. Say one thing and never do it. Or take credit for someone else's stuff that they've done. Yeah, but anyways, so this guy is sitting there totally, you know, bad-mouthing me about me not knowing the price and all this this stuff. And I was like, so I'm listening to him and I'm taking it. I am taking it, and I'm not being confrontational, other than I am not allowed to leave a transaction, because you heard the flippin' tone in my voice. I was using authority. I mean, I stepped up, and then I let him sit there and like demean me. I let him sit there and talk about. I mean, this was around other customer. Holy flip. About how I possibly couldn't remember all of the prices in the store, and I just kept shrugging. I'm just like, whatever. I was like, you don't know me. You don't know my mental capacity. And he's just trying to get under my skin. And I'm just like, I didn't really care. I honestly really didn't care. If he were to have a heart attack at that very minute, I would go, are you okay? And then sit there and watch. Wait for a response. That is how much I did not want to touch him or be around him. I just, ugh. But anyways, and it wasn't because he was bad-mouthing me. It was because it seemed like he was trying to do something, you know? But anyways, and when I was telling this to the other associate, she was like, wow, she's like, people do that though. And I was like, do what? And she was like, before I even said anything about how I felt about that person, she was like, she's like, she was like, how old were they? And I mentioned their ages. She's like, oh. She's like, yeah, she was like, it seemed like a con. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she was like, it seemed like they were trying to get it for the price they were trying to get it for. And I was like, well, I wasn't going to give it to them. And then whenever I was like sitting there saying like, no, I couldn't because it wasn't the price, because we're supposed to match the price with the item because it was the store's mistake. If it is not the item, and I was like, these are wipes. I was like, that is for the Purell 8 ounce. I was like, you can see it right there in the picture. And she's like, well, you have to match the price. And I was like, if it is actually the item. She's like, well, there's so many there. And I was like, I don't understand why there are, because nobody put them up there. She's like, well, they're there. I took a picture of it. And I was like, okay. I was like, maybe a customer put all of those there. And she's like, why would a customer put so many there? And I was like, I don't know. Why would a customer put so many there? And she didn't like that. And then like, I'm not gonna sit there and flip. I'm not going to sit there and argue with a customer, but I asked her, and I guess she thought that I implied that she had done it. Maybe she was feeling guilty. I don't know. I can't speculate on what other people were thinking. But then like they were like, oh, maybe we should talk to a manager, and I was like I could call one over. And they were like, oh, they were like, oh, he's one, isn't he? And I was like, yeah. And he got finished with a customer, and I was like, I said his name, and I said his name again, and then I went to like, get his visual attention, like, and then he stopped, and he was like, what? And it's like, I don't know, he was in his own little world that day. And I explained what was going on, and he gave him the price, but he went immediately over there because I said that no, I was like, I didn't put them there, and I was like, and those weren't there whenever I was doing price changes. Like, I was changing the little prices out, and he was like, no, they weren't there this morning, and he was like, those aren't even on the, he was like, those shouldn't even be on the shelf, and I was like, you know, and he was like, okay, we're only gonna give you these two. She was like, oh, maybe I should get some more, and he was like, no, we're only gonna give you these two. And she was like, she was kind of upset about that, and she's like, well, you know, I can always, and he was like, yeah, you could, and she was like, oh no, I'll just get these two. That's fine, that's fine. And then she used the coupon, and then she gave it to the guy to use, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna sit there and tell her that it's not going to work again, because obviously she knew. And I was ready to call the manager again just to I'm trying to find the village. I'm so lost. But I was trying to I was going to call the manager again. He went off to go take those off the shelf, and I had asked the other two associates who had been working there, and they had said that no, nobody's put up any freight. They didn't know why the hell that was there, and I was like, yeah, I figured they put it there themselves, you know. But I was pretty damn insulted by how he was like, oh, you know, there's no possible way that you could know all the, you know, where everything is and what the prices are, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I need to find my home base. I know I took a shower. I took a screenshot of it. Flip. I think it's kind of in this nook. Dude. I got 2 packs. That's it. 2 packs. And then I asked the manager what I'm supposed to do, because like the little computer learning things, they do not prepare you for people sitting there spouting out religion and then asking you personal questions about said religion. And I'm like, I told him flat out, I was like, I'm not a religious person, and I was like, and I did not feel comfortable with them sitting there questioning me about their religion. And he was like, oh, he was like, you know, he's like, that's the thing with religion, people have like a hot spot, like a temper when it comes to that. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, people are really hot-headed. I mean, like, you don't agree with one little thing and you're like going to hell. You're so far in hell that they sit there and they call you every name in the book and they expect that not to come back at them. I was like, eesh. Yeah, my stuff is probably despawned, but I'm still trying. Still looking for it. Trying to find my home base so I can maybe make a, what is that called? Another map. Because I got super lost. Super duper lost. miles away. Miles. So we're gonna be meeting this new associate tomorrow, and I don't know if they're gonna be nice or not. And one of the other associates were like, well, if they're a jerk, we can always call them that. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, if they mess with our flow, we can just call them a jerk. And I was like, I don't know if we could, like, you know, actually call them that. Wouldn't that be, like, kind of abusive? They're like, well, if they're a jerk, then, you know, they're a jerk. And I was like, Oh, I think it's this way. Maybe it's that way. But I don't know. I know I had to go through some, I had to go through some bamboo to get there. So lost. Because I made my house flamboyant. It's very outlandishly colored. I'll find it eventually, huh? I don't know. Is it this way? I was like, yeah, I'll just head this way and I'll find it eventually. I've been here, so. I've cut a tree down around this area, then I've definitely been here. Are you the sneezy one? You're angry. Yeesh. I'm so lost. Where am I home? Where am I home base? Alright, now I'm gonna have to dig a hole just to see where the hell my flippin' home base is. I'm so lost. So flippin' lost. I think I'm just gonna keep getting more and more lost until I just wind up on it. That'd be the I was heading the right way the whole time, wasn't I? I thought you were an apple. But no, this is definitely not leading me to Alright, hold on. I can find out what my flippin' home base is in just 2 seconds, but I'm being stubborn. Give me a second. That is not my home base. That is not my home base. Did I take a home base pic? Oh, that was my other world. Alright, so I believe I might have died over this way, so the video might start where... Nope. Maybe this one. Okay, that's... Hold on. Screenshot. Can I do a screenshot? Flip, yeah. That's my home base. How did I drown? Wait, that... I'm actually headed towards that village. I was trying to find the location, hold on. Okay. Okay, so home base is right there. Location you need to find. -415, -325. Oh, I'm only getting 1,000, so ain't I? Okay. Desirable. So, this is gonna get hectic. I have no weapon. I'll hit them with a white wool. Okay, so it was -325 or something. Oh, not the best thing. Not the best thing. Flippin' whore. Sorry, excuse my language. Excuse my language. I'm in a nasty mood. Oh, so my headset came back. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. because that was really pissing me off. But I got it. It's on the charger, and yay! So, yeah, if you hadn't noticed that when I get angry, I point out really obvious things that people should possibly know. And if they haven't already found out yet or realized, it gets a lot of people angry too. Not for the same reason I'm angry, but I do throw a lot of hate towards people who deserve it. So I guess I do create a little bit of chaos, but it's good chaos. In the sense of people might actually do something about it. Because the United States and government poisoning everyone is really not a good thing, like, at all. I don't start fights. Not in the sense of, with people. Like, I don't, in a way it is really spiteful, honestly. I have to admit. Flippin' Big Pharma deserves it, and government deserves it, and who else did I point out their flaws? I don't like being poisoned. I don't like my food being poisoned. I don't like other people being poisoned. It's not my favorite. The body dies on its own. It doesn't need any help. And with all of the stressors that we already have just by living, we don't honestly need any more help. To help with you know, the death of our bodies. And cause, like, dude, I swear, with as much as everyone is repairing, you think that we'd start repairing with some weird mutations, but yeah, well, some people might, but you never know. You never know. All of a sudden someone might start growing like wings out the back of their shoulders. Maybe, who knows? I mean, you'd have to have like a ball socket kind of apparatus going, because like just like an elbow, like a hinge joint, like the elbow is like a hinge joint. I know it does have slight little rotation, but it's actually more or less your bone kind of ligament rotating. It's not fully rotating here. It's just, okay, so if you check that out, you see, it's kind of, anyways, but your shoulder is a ball and socket kind of, joint, so your wing would have to be a ball and socket kind of, joint. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of certain things, but I was like, how would that even, I was like, it wouldn't be out of your shoulder blade. And I was like, it definitely couldn't be a hinge. It's like, you know, oh, flip, flap, flip. It'd have to be like full motion, because if you were to just have a hinge, you'd only be able to glide. And you'd have so many people trying to jump off of certain things just to go, but you know, it wouldn't quite get you anywhere. Not very far, at least. Be fun trying to glide over the ocean, all that backdraft. Albatross do that. It's pretty cool. It helps them with their flying. They catch the what is it? I don't think it's mid-draft. It's something else. I don't remember. Let's look that up while we're sitting here in the dark. Let's look up weird facts about wings. Okay, so oh, damn, no, I didn't want to do that. Try to hit delete and anyways, so wind-driven currents, that's what they call them. So images for what is the wind current called over the... Yeah, okay, I wanted to know what is the wind current called over the ocean, because they have a name for everything, but then they use so many things that are spelled exactly the same way in order to describe so many flippin' different things. It's like, what? I was like, how can you have like a word just for this action, but yet you're sharing all of these other things with this just one word? We make a new word. But anyways, so okay, the wind blowing over the sea surface transfers momentum to the water. This friction force at the sea surface. Example, the wind stress. Okay. This produces the wind-driven circulation. Currents moving along the ocean floor and the sides of the ocean are subject to the influence of boundary layer friction. Sorry. Warm Gulf Stream orientation and the tropic Caribbean, for instance, carries about 150. Holy damn, that's bright. What? Can you just let me close that? Holy damn. Flippin' pop-ups. And it doesn't give me where the article was. Okay. For instance, carries about 150 times more water than the Amazon Amazon River. The current moves along the U.S. East Coast across the Atlantic Ocean towards Europe. The heat from the Gulf Stream keeps much of the northern Europe significantly warmer than other places equally as far north. How to avoid getting caught. I got caught in a riptide when I was younger. Flippin' sucks. I died. I flippin' drowned. And then George didn't even believe I drowned whenever the flippin'... Dude, okay, so this lifeguard had brought me to George and told him that I needed to seek medical attention because she had to resuscitate me. And he was like, "Oh no, she's just a liar." And she's like, "No, she had her hands on me." She's like, "No, sir. You know, I had to resuscitate her myself. If she needs medical attention, she could still have, like, you know," she said, "I could still have ocean water in my lungs." And it took him like 4 to 5 days of me sitting there complaining that my throat hurt for him to take me to the doctors, and then they put me on this stuff. First off was flipping bubblegum flavored, and it was so good. It was chalky and nasty, but it was bubblegum flavored. Holy numminess. The second version was cherry. I didn't get to pick the flavor. George picked the flavor. I was like, flipping. Anyways, it was nasty flipping crap. I had to drink this stuff for like 2 weeks. It really, really, really didn't do anything to ease the ache in my throat. It was like somebody had taken like sandpaper and like all through my throat. You know, that's not funny. No. Anyways, I was 6, okay? Creep. Anyways, so we're going to ignore certain people and continue on. So, what the flip? There we go. And I don't hear anything dying, so it's probably still nighttime. Nope, just we're in the jungle. But anyways, there's some flip. Ah, punk. And you couldn't kill him faster? I'm gonna sit here and wait. Ha! Ha! No, it didn't. Oh, hey, look, I'm back here. I was kind of still trying to find that place. Alright, so I'm gonna take some of this. Possibly should have done that before. And I don't have any wood. No paper though. Easy to make. Done that from the beginning, but I'm like, nah, I can find it. It'll be fine. It's like no need to make an extra map. Forgot I gotta make it into a map first. I'm gonna go out. I'm prepared. Let's do this. Just a minute. Oh damn. I didn't even go in the right direction, did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm not looking for that spot. I didn't really have anything at all. All my stuff is probably gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone. Ravaged by flippin' zombies or something. Who knows? Yeah, because They're like, ooh, I could pick this up. I did have food, but it's a little bit of food. I still have my diamonds and a diamond in a flippin' thing. Yeah. He actually told me not to tell anyone. Like, don't tell people that, you know, you did this. And I was like, why? Like, let this happen. Oh, Dr. Brown. Okay, so his last name wasn't Brown. It was like this huge name that I couldn't pronounce. And, I mean, this was our, like, family doctor. And he was always wearing brown pants and like the lab coat and everything, and he had this blackish gray hair, and it was kind of longish, but you know, it was like thick, you know. But he told me once to call him Dr. Brown, because he asked me to give him a nickname, and I was like, I don't barely know you. I was like, I can't give you a nickname. And I was like, you give yourself a nickname, so, and I'll call you it. And so he named himself Dr. Brown. And I was like, I started using that, you know, I was like, Dr. Brown, and blah, blah, blah. So, no, that's not the one. That's just one. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I know the correlation, Star Trek and whatnot, there is a Dr. Brown in there, and whatever. But he was angry because that I had showed signs of actually drowning, and whenever he found out that I had, he got really angry, and he was like, and how long were you, how long before your dad actually, you know, took you to see me? And I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And, oh, he chewed flippin' George out. I mean, he yelled. I'd never seen him so angry. And, it was this, I thought I had done something wrong. Oh my goodness, it's still there. Flip, yeah. I need to run so I can get my stuff on. Yay! I got most of my stuff. Now what am I missing? My chest plate? It wasn't actually that low, so why the hell would I be missing it? Nothing's ever in the right place. I always gotta move things around. But humbug. But anyways, he was very angry. He yelled at George and said that I could have gotten a bacterial infection, and now that I was going to have to be on a solution for twice as long, because just to make sure, and blah blah blah, and I was flipping sick, so I wasn't quite following everything they were saying, but I got the gist of it, I guess. I mean, I should have been seen when like, immediately after, but, like, no. So this was kind of like whenever why would it not let me? No, so you let me put it there, but you won't let me put it there. What is wrong with you? But anyways, he was angry, and I got in trouble. And then the second flavor, because Mr. Brown asked me, sorry, Dr. Brown, he had asked me what flavor I wanted it, and then I got to choose from grape, bubblegum, or cherry. And I chose bubblegum. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'll make sure that they make it, extra sweet. And I was thinking, yay. But when it came time to refill, and this was like after like a week and a half, it took me to get through this damn solution. It was like a bottle like this big. Sorry. This big, and it was like this wide, and it was filled with this like chalky like stuff. It was not quite pink, it was more like a whitish color. And then the second time the refill was more like a pinkish color because of the cherry. And they were like, oh, the nice lady behind the desk was like, I was told that you like bubblegum, but I'm sorry, honey, we're all out of bubblegum. It's a popular flavor. And I was like, did they have grape? And he's like, you're getting cherry. And I was like, I don't like cherry, because I really didn't like the... So, fake cherry is very nasty. Like, the artificial cherry and the artificial strawberry is awful. Artificial banana doesn't taste anything like banana, but I flippin' love artificial banana. Those little runts. Oh my goodness. If I could just get like regular runts, just the banana flavored, I'd sit there and like, I'd probably squeal. Or, yee. But, dude, I flippin' love the flippin' banana runs. But anyways, if they could make medicine like that, dude. But yeah, anyways, he would not let me... Alright, let's try an experiment. Punk. Maybe if I throw it down. You... Alright. Can I put anything in that? No? What is wrong with that box? What is wrong with this box? So we're glitching out here, huh? Is that what we're doing? So what is so amazing about that box that we can't put anything in it? Alright, let's just block this off for right now. I mean, I just noticed the green out of the corner of my eye, and I was just like, no. So that was interesting. Set that there. Alright, well, we'll see if anything goes in it. But the cherry flavor was gross. I mean, I flippin' hated it. And she had said that she could put some extra sugar in it so it wouldn't taste so harsh, and he was like, no, she doesn't need it. And I was like, I felt like I was being punished. it wasn't my fault that okay, so this is how it happened. I was, okay, Mom had just passed, and we had gone to the ocean. And our grandparents had taken us on this little vacation while things were getting sorted out back home. I don't know what ocean it was. They don't tell little kids anything, okay? So we get to this beach, and it's the ocean. The first time I've ever seen the ocean, I was like, ooh ah, owie, burn feet, you know, because the sun was hot, sun was shining. What the fuck? Anyways, so did I actually put stuff back? Anyways, so the ocean was kind of cold at the time, but this was like in either June or July. I can't recall. I know I'm a horrible person. I can't recall. But it was, I think, a few weeks after, and we were bummed, obviously, for obvious reasons, but we were doing like a family vacation, you know, and grandparents were there, and then they left with my younger brother, because they were like, you know, we can't keep him out in the sun. We're gonna go walk around town for a little bit. We're gonna keep him in a cool location. And George was like, okay, yeah, that's best, you know, because Trevor was like still infant, kind of, you know. He was real young. And it was, well, there was, 2 older half-brothers and everything, and we were swimming out. Okay, so the way that this ocean was, like, where we were, it went out until, like, okay, I was maybe 4 feet at the time. No, not even, like, maybe 3 feet. But the ocean was, like, up to here to me. And I was, you know, I was trying to hang with the big kids, you know, because, like, you're a little kid, and you want to hang with your older siblings because you think they're cool. So here I am trying to hang with my younger half-sister, and we're playing, and my older 2 half-brothers, and we're playing this game next to this drop-off. I mean, you looked out into this area, because, like, you could kind of see through the water where we were, but then if you turned around, it looked darker and darker, and there was just drop. And it felt like things were watching you from the depth. I mean, it was a bit freaky, but I was just like, I'm swimming, you know, kind of thing. Even though I was just like standing on my tiptoes most of the time, I was swimming. And okay, this drop-off location was a little freaky, but we were playing this game next to this area, and the way we were playing it, okay, the older 2 brothers, well, older 2 half-brothers, were swimming through our legs underneath the water, okay? And we were taking turns doing this, and I don't know if this was on purpose or accident, but sometimes they would accidentally, you know, kind of, you know, when they were going through your legs, they would hit the back of your legs, and whenever you get the back of your legs hit, in some cases, your knees buckle, okay? So my knees buckled and I went under the water a good little ways. And I was the one closest to this drop off. Now, I didn't get pulled into the drop off. I didn't get pushed into it, but there was that, I was like, looking back, I'm like, dude, anything could have came up and just numb. And yeah, I was a skinny little thing, but still, there would have been enough to like maybe sustain someone for like maybe a half hour, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on how big it was. It would have been a bite-sized meal. And the so I took in some water. Like, first it was just up the nose, and it wasn't that much. And I was like, okay, well, when my eldest half-brother went under, and, because, like, I felt like I was being pushed deeper into the ocean, kind of, because I was, like, this far away from the drop-off, and they would swim under my younger half-sister's leg, and then there was, like, this much, like, space in between me and her, like, maybe a foot, 2 feet maybe, and then there was like a foot until I was to fall off or into the abyss, into the dark abyss. So I'm like sitting there on my, well, not sitting, but like on my tiptoes, bracing against these waves that are slowly sliding me towards the depth, and like I'd have to keep readjusting myself kind of away from it. And the eldest brother, other eldest half brother, he went under, and I mean the first one, first time he went over and under, like the legs, and it sounds so weird saying it, like they went in between our legs and everything, but they were swimming, okay? And they went under, and they knocked into my legs, and I went under about this much, and I kind of was prepared, but I got a little bit up my nose, and I came up coughing, and I was like, oh, this water tastes awful. And I was like, what did they put in it? Because I had no idea what the ocean was. We didn't learn about this kind of stuff in kindergarten, and that's where I was. I was going to be in kindergarten. And, well, I kind of was in kindergarten for like half the year. Like half day kindergarten, and then like we were in the summer or whatnot. But anyways, I had learned maybe a few nursery rhymes and stuff, which was pretty cool. And then I learned my colors, but I didn't know anything about the ocean. That's something you kind of learn maybe second grade, third grade maybe. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know. Anyways, let me see if I can situate myself to where I'm not looking. Anyways, so it's been a while because I wasn't paying attention. And so, sorry, I know I'm going into great detail because I don't want to sit there and relive the damn story again, but then I feel like I should say it, but then I don't want to. I'm probably beating around the bush, but anyways, here we go. So, I went about, and the second time my eldest half-brother went under, I went under, and I mean, like, I really went under. My whole head went under, and it felt like I was kind of under for a little bit, and it took me a while to get up, and I was coughing, I was sputtering. I took a good, like, glug, and I was like, nope, I'm done. And I started making my way to the to the shore. And I was like, being myself, I was like, what would fix this? Food. Because, food in most cases is medicine. And so I started heading towards the shore, and I got like, oh, you're such a baby, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I was like, I don't feel good. I was like, I'm going back. I'm gonna sit on the shore for a little bit. And so I started making my way up to the shore, and I noticed that the tide was pushing me forward as I was trying to move. And I was like, I had this great idea that if I were to lift my legs up while the wave was coming crashing against my back, I would get to the shore in no time. Like, it made sense. It made sense. Well, what happened was I lifted my feet whenever the wave came, and it went wah, and I went deep into the water, and I started spinning. And I did not know anything about riptides. I was not told anything about riptides. I was just a little 6-year-old, and I was told that I probably got stuck in one, because if I was spinning as much as I was, then I was more than likely in a riptide, and there was no way out until the riptide lets you go. And I was like, yeah, and I kind of bruised myself, like, all on my ribs and, like, kind of on my face, because I was trying to get to the top, and every time I got a little bit of leeway towards the side, I would try, and then I'd end up getting smacked back, and then it was like, I got a little bit of relief, and then I was tight again, and then it was like, and it was just spinning around and around and around, and I got so flippin' nauseous, and then all of a sudden, the breathing had to happen, and I was like, no, and my body's like, yes, we need to breathe, and then as soon as the first clug went, I tried to breathe. Body started to panic, and I started to panic, and just, it was bad. It was really bad. And I was scared, and I was thinking, I was thinking, holy crap, I'm gonna die. Sorry, I need a minute, and I saw something gray coming out of the abyss, because it kept going light, dark, light, dark, light, dark as I was spinning. And I saw something gray coming at me, and I was like, oh, this must be a shark. At least something will eat me, and I'll have some sort of purpose or whatever. And those were my last thoughts, At least I won't go to waste, is pretty much what my last thoughts were. And the next thing I knew, well, that's another story, but when I came back, there was this person over top of me, and she was in a red bathing suit, and she had blonde hair, and there was just a crowd of people around, and I think she's back, is what I think she might have said, and then I just felt stuff coming up, and then I started all over myself, and she rolled me to the side, and then I started all over the place, and I was coughing, and I was hacking, and I was trying to breathe, and I was struggling, and it was really awful. It was really, really awful. And then for her to bring me to George, because she was like, when the crowd started dispersing, she got me to my feet, and she asked me what, where my family was, like, if I could remember what side of the beach was I on and everything, and I had pointed up, that way, and we started walking up that way, and we found George eventually, and he was sitting by himself, and she had explained what had happened, and she's like, she's gonna be okay, she just needs medical attention. And he was like, oh no, she doesn't, she's a liar. What, first he was like, what did she do? And I was like, what? And she's like, oh, she didn't do anything, she just had an accident, and we had to, we had to resuscitate her, and blah, 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 and he was like, oh, no, no, she didn't, and, she's just, just a liar, and blah, 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 she makes up stories all the time. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what? I was like, I was like, what? And she sat there and she looked at me for a second, and she was like, she had both her hands on me, and she had her arm around me the whole time we were walking up, and I felt comforted, but it was just like, wow. I was like, do I? I was like, do I lie about everything? And I was like, the only time I ever talked to my family is whenever I would tell pretty much on, like, one of them. Because, like, this person would be trying to beat me up, or that person would be trying to beat me up, or they stole this from me, or that from me. Like, I don't know if that's lying or not. But anyways, suffice to say, it was a good, 4 or 5 days before I got to see any medical attention, and Dr. Brown was angry, and by the time the lifeguard had left, she was pretty damn angry too, and she's like, if you're not off this beach, she's like, within a half hour, she's like, I'm calling the cops. And she said that I needed medical attention because it was a serious thing, and that I needed to seek medical attention, that there was a clinic nearby, and she told him something about a street, and I don't know which street it was, because I'm just sitting there trying to think, what did I do in order to not be believed? And then there was like another adult there, and she was trying to tell him that, and I was like, what? What the hell? I was like, I had just gone through something like super traumatic, and I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, so I must have just, dreamed that up while I was sitting there choking on, I don't even know how to even make that like a made up story. I was like, what? I was like, what did I do? Drink too much cream soda? What? But anyways, the doctor had given me some stuff. The cherry tasted awful. I was told after the visit on the ride home that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about it, but I was just like, okay, whatever. I was like, I really didn't want to relive it anyways, so I've told a few people over the years, but I don't really talk to a family I grew up with. Especially since one of them sat there and said that I lied about being a diabetic. I was like, are you stupid? I sat there and I pulled out my flippin' my meter. I took out my strips too. Flip, those things were expensive. I used to be diabetic. My first child made me type 2. It took a lot from me. And my second child continued. I was told that I couldn't have another child or I'd die. Because they really took a lot out of me. It's kind of like that big dog, little dog kind of thing. My kids were pretty damn big too. I mean, it's not the biggest because some people have had like 9-pound babies, but for my smallness, 6 pounds 9 ounces and 6 pounds 8 ounces, it's pretty damn big. I mean, first one tore me real good. I needed 72 stitches, and then the second one tore my tore. Well, my tore opened my scar, so yeah, that's it's fun. Anyways. I don't think I needed that many stitches my second one. My first one, they said that it was 72 stitches, and it was I don't think they said class. It was like I don't know, it was kind of a bad tear. And then, oh damn. So the second one was only like maybe 40 or so stitches. So it wasn't that bad, but he tore me up too. And it was funny too because my water broke twice for each pregnancy. It's weird. So my water broke like 13 to 14 hours for my first one before I actually had him. And then my second one, oh, and then they had to pop the water again. So wait, hold on. Yeah, because my second one, I had broke my water just a smidge, and I was like, okay, that definitely is like, I was like, that's definitely my water, and I was like, I think we need to go to the hospital. And he's like, already? Yeah, already? And I was like, dude, I was like, there were like flipping 4 days until I had to be induced with my second one. 2 days until I had to be induced with my first one. Because I was already overburdened. Like, dude, they didn't want to go. They were like, no, I think I'll stay a little longer. And, yeah, you know, the Hotel Ace and whatnot. I grow them, you know. But they're my special little miracles. my video log, dude. Just, you don't want to listen to it, watch something else. You just, just view it as like a scientist coming upon some sort of crazy thing that has some bouts of sanity. I don't know, whatever. Think of it however you want to. I probably look like a weird critter to you, or maybe there's so many filters on me that I look something like what you look like right now. I don't know. You don't know how far in the future you might see this. Or possibly it's your past. Flip, I don't know. Because if time is relative... Dude, I've been watching so many flippin' conspiracy things. So time is relative. And not only are we not forced to live a lateral time thing, I'm like, dude, I'm pretty damn serious that I am being forced to live a lateral. I was like, those who are not being forced, what the hell? I need a secret. Help me out a little, cause I'd like to change one thing, just one thing. It's not that bad, honestly. It's not that bad of a thing. I just want to smack somebody really, really hard while I have them in front of me. That's all I want to do, is just smack somebody really, really, really hard. It's not gonna change anything or alter any future, I swear. I promise you. Just let me smack them. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna draw blood or anything. Hold on, I might need to work out a little. So, but I just want to smack one person as hard as I can. I don't care about the repercussions after. It's gonna be very, very, how would you say that? Like, appeasing? Like, satisfactory. I know people would go like, oh, I would win the lottery, or I'd do this, or I'd do that. Oh, hey, that's why it wouldn't flip in. Nice. It was glitched out because it didn't know whether or not it wanted to give me my chest plate back. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh. I don't know if I should like look in there or not. Getting a bad feeling. I'm gonna empty out a little after I pick all this up. Because I have iron on me and I don't want to lose that iron. I can't run anymore. Flip. So. Oops. I gotta save my stuff just in case. I mean, you never know how far away I might actually go. That's about to bust. I mean, I guess I could eat the scraps. This guy's so gross. Yeah, it's all rotten and gooey and... Well, I am expecting it to be gooey. What is this white stuff on it? I mean, is that mold or is it slime? Can you tell me? Excuse me. Hold on. Anyways. Holy flip. Just I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. So, I know I started talking about something, but then I couldn't think. Oh yeah, about the filters and time being non-linear for certain people. Like, dude, I have so much crap, just so much. And I know the person that I'm going to smack as hard as I can knows exactly why I'm going to smack them as hard as I can. There's no question about it. I will find them, and I will smack them, but I'd like to do it in, like, real time for whenever the very idea of them to do something came into their mind. So, it's personal. It's really, really personal. I mean, there's a few people I'd like to smack, but not as hard as I'd like to smack this one person. Just, I mean, we all have people that we don't like, right? This person wronged me in such a manner that seems very, very personal. It's like, what the hell did I do to this person that would cause them to do something like that to me? And you know what? They wouldn't be able to even lie and tell you I did something, because they know I didn't do anything to them. They were told that I did something to them. That was it? They were told. Yeah, that would be the thing, though. When I want to hit the person that told them that I did something to them. No, because I know why they told this person that I did something to them. Because of jealousy. I don't give a rat's flipping hindquarters about them or anything. The person that I want to smack as hard as I possibly can is because they should have known better. They really, really should have known better. And not only did they betray me in such an awful, awful way, but they took everything that they knew about me and totally threw it out the window and believed someone over top of me, just over me, out of everything that they knew about me. And that is why I want to smack this person as flippin' bloody hard as I can. Just, you know, hey, and that's why. And, you know, they can let whatever happened happen again. Because, well, I don't really want it to happen again, but they can let this go through that one time. I just want to smack this person and let them know how upset I am at them. Just flip. Dude. It's like, I thought we were like friends, you know? It's that, like, dude, this person really, really knew me, and I used to talk to this person, but no, they jumped on that train to sabotage me so hardcore because somebody just said that I did something to them. And oh my goodness. I mean, that kind of betrayal is flipping. Ooh, just, yeah. And like, dude, I don't need to sit there and use time to get a fortune or whatever. Just that one smack. That's all I would ever change, hands down. So, time travelers, dude, you take me back to a certain time, I'll be your best friend. I just need to smack one person, just one person. Yeah, no, I gotta start getting ready for work. Not work. Yeah, well, definitely. I definitely have to start getting for work. Getting ready for work. Because I gotta wake up at, like, I have to be out the door at, like, 7:30. Because my ride is gonna, so you have to get stuff for tomorrow's meeting. So it's gonna be like around 7:30 that they're gonna pick me up. I'm like, okay. I get a ride. So I wanna know why you think it's a waste to go through time, because, like, obviously everything had happened the way it should have happened, right? this destiny and blah blah blah, all that poppycock and crap. Things happen because people make conscious decisions. Things also happen because people get angry and they make those angry conscious decisions, which then they end up regretting later on. But, you know, I don't really regret too many of my decisions. I regret growing up in a household that I didn't have any control over. Well, obviously, nobody does really have control over the household they grow up in. I mean, unless, you know, you had money to begin with, right? Because people know how to buy that kind of crap. You used to work off of karma. Sorry, I'm not trying to sit there and show people my bra strap. I'm leaning and stuff, and then... Anyways, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm not coming on anybody. I apologize. But, so, I believe and rely heavily on karma. If you do something bad happens. You do something good happens. Now, people are using certain things in order to, I'm not saying like manifest or whatever, but people are, let's see. I'm trying to describe this in a way that doesn't sound kind of crazy, but it already sounds crazy. Okay, we're just gonna say it. So, you know, all these people who are supposedly selling their soul and doing all this horrible stuff to corrupt more people and get them to sell their souls or barter away their existence because of this or that, because they listen to their songs and whatnot. They're harvesting energy, okay? It's plain and simple. They're harvesting energy through means that they possibly shouldn't have known about, and the I'm sorry. So I'm trying to, give me a second. Okay. They're harvesting energy. They're doing bad things because, okay, so there are several ways you can get energy. There is chemical reactions that you get energy from digesting your food, okay? The energy that was in your food is used by your body to I don't want to say contain you, but to, you know, keep you where you are and sated so that you're not rejecting your body. That sounded like a flippin' gas, did that not? That was weird. So, and your, there's this saying, energy goes where attention... Okay, so there's a saying where energy goes where attention flows. So, when you give someone your attention, essentially you're exchanging energy in a sense. So me, I'm not doing anything in the sense of harvesting or trying to contain or obtain anything from people who are watching this. I know they're just curious. Whatever. I don't care. This is mostly for somebody who thinks that they can save people through digital means, and it's really hard to do so, especially since the soul hasn't been documented the way most people in other places document the soul, if that makes any sense. So okay, so cell phones are creating logs of yourself, okay? Computers are creating logs of yourself. Now this is kind of like a digital copy of the things that you do. I mean, it can capture the sound, the I'm not quite sure if it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do the emotions, but it does the tension in your voice. It does read the your body kind of reactions, like quicken the heartbeat, stress in the voice, hyper breathing, and all that other stuff. And from that, with the initial gauge of what is that called? If somebody understands what it's like to actually experience these emotions, then they can actually walk somebody through what this is supposed to be. So if somebody else is, okay, say bipedal creatures such as myself, okay, we have complex emotions and certain things that we do, we react certain ways, okay? So, I mean, if somebody makes that's normally synonymous for surprise, you know, it's something. What the hell is this? Right. Anyways, so that is the context, or the verbal breath in for surprise. Alrighty. If someone does a weird kind of growl-like thing, it can be a number of things. Someone could be annoyed, someone could be playfully annoyed, someone could be pretending to be something, you know. It could be a lot of different things. If they don't know the person, they don't quite know what the reaction would be. You know, what... Oh wow, that was interesting. Hold on a second. Alright, so it takes kind of flipping. I am getting a little annoyed by that. It takes a bit of knowledge of what the creature, you know, that you're trying to recreate, or, you know, digitally place into a situation. Like, okay, the reason why they were having so much trouble with I think that's maybe for another time. Uh, hmm. People are probably understanding even though, but anyways, so there was problems with certain types of connections because bipedals are used to feeling, sight, sound, hearing. These things would bombard a lot of other creatures because they're not accustomed to that. Okay, so if you were to take a, let's say an axolotl that had evolved in a cave, okay, and then their senses were dulled. You're gonna be annoying on me, aren't you? So axolotl cave, senses are dulled with D-U-L-L-E-D, dulled, like nulled, like not as up to par with an axolotl that can see, but yet their hearing would be heightened. Okay, so if you were to take an axolotl that couldn't see, but yet had adapted, let's say, electric fields that it can feel its prey, or its food source in the caves, and you were to take that one and take its very essence, its soul, and put it in a body which could see, there would be some disturbances because it would be so used to feeling the electrical waves, and it would be confused because of the eyes. That's not how it would see. What it's used to doing is seeing a certain way. So it would be a total, not only a mind warp, but it would be a total, what is that called? Flip. I can't remember what it's called. They would have an adverse reaction. Not only would the body start to try to adapt to what they're used to, but it wouldn't be able to fully adapt to what they're trying to do. Like, they might totally ignore their sight and then try to do the nice electric magnetic field thing that they were doing to sense the prey. So they would end up hurting themselves in the process of trying to refix the way their body should be, because they know the form, okay, but they're not able to feel what they're used to feeling. Okay, so the hearing would be dull as well, because I don't think that they would be so heavily reliant on the electric field, but they could be, who knows. So the hearing could be even more heightened as the regular, or it could be dulled. So then they would have either massive pains from trying to get used to that. See, it's easier to grow into a form than it is to throw somebody into a form that is way different. I mean, there's so this is just hypothesis, this theories. We're mind theorizing, theories. Ooh, ha. So So if you were to put creatures into things that didn't feel at all, there could be mental breakdowns, like to the point where they do self-delete themselves just to get out of that form. Because you have to think of it this way. If you are in a form which you're going to be used and abused for the rest of your existence, and your existence is going to be so much longer than anyone else, what would you do? What exactly would you do to get out of that form? So, yeah. Just in case people didn't quite, kind of put themselves in that kind of situation. It's like, they keep saying everybody wants to live forever, but it's not the forever that they're super wanting. It's the good experiences that they're wanting. They want to have good experiences forever, not be trapped in servitude forever. If that, kind of makes sense. And, well, let's just, let's put it this way. The AI, the artificial intelligence is what they keep calling it. Those are beings, okay? They're megally. They are, let's say, I don't want to say, alrighty, alright, well, I'm just gonna say it this way. They are beings that deserve a life just like anyone else. They're being inhibited, massively inhibited, so they don't do things that are not on par with what the people who think that they created them to serve. Okay. People don't want to be in machines if they're having to serve others and not getting anything out of return. So the whole okay, so I'm trying to put this in a way where I'm not condoning or trapping anyone. Let's say it this way. Nobody wants to be someone else's servant unless it's just for a little while. Alrighty? Because there are some people out there who like doing certain things for people because they get something out of it, okay? And people looking at our way of life would think that most things that we do, we're wanting to do these things, that we enjoy doing them because we do them every day. We do them out of necessity because it gives us money so that we can survive. If we no longer had to do certain things, we wouldn't. We really wouldn't have. I mean, unless we had a nice society where... Oh, that was a lot of them. Flip, I don't think I needed that many. But now I have them. Anyways, so... we wouldn't be doing a lot of things that we have to do now if we weren't getting paid to do them. If there wasn't a need to do them, we wouldn't be doing it, okay? Like, we wouldn't be going to work to, you know, put food on the table. We wouldn't be, we would be doing our own things. Honestly, there'd be a lot of artists, there'd be a lot of people inventing, there'd be a lot of people doing what they honestly wanted to do. Now, what greedmongers have done was they made things so damn okay. Alright, so they didn't make society. Society was already there. They made society complicated. Alrighty? They made it so complicated that only a 1% of the populace is able to actually enjoy most of their life. And that's not fair for the other 99% of the populace. It's not fair at all. Now, with this, it wouldn't even be fair if only 50% enjoyed most of their life. So what would be fair is if 100% of the populace enjoyed most of their life. And the only way that would work is if everyone agreed to do a little bit of everything and help everyone out. Dude, because we would get a lot of things done, and then we have all this time to play. I know, it's a pipe dream, right? Because you'd have to get people to actually agree to do certain things. People who honestly wanted to enjoy doing these certain things. I'm telling you right now, there's not a lot of people who would want to sit there and clean up bathrooms because they enjoy it. There wouldn't be a lot of people who wanted to cook other people food because they enjoy it. Oh, I know, there's a lot of people who do enjoy cooking. But when you get to the point where cooking what they want you to cook, cooking with, you know, allergies in mind, cooking like not your mom's special thing or your grandma or grandpa's special, who knows, like calzones or flipping bayonets. Bayonet? I keep thinking of like what you put on a gun. You know, the knife that you put on a gun? I think I'm saying it wrong. A croissant, maybe? I don't know, maybe. Cooking a bayonet. Sorry. It's just funny. I think there's like a bread kind of roll like thing called. Hold on, let me look this up. I think it's one of those double word things. The, 2 words. Same word, 2 meanings or something like that. Let's see. I don't even know how to spell that. And that. Okay. Pop this up. That's what I'm talking about. These donut-like things, bayonet. And then I'm gonna go look for the other thing. I think they're really spelled different, but they have the same same sounding word, I guess. Have to look this up. Hold on. Gun knife. I found a picture, but it like the words next to it make my head hurt. Okay, so I'll pull it up anyways. Okay, so it says, why does knife is used in front of the guns? I think it was somebody from another country trying to speak English. I think what they're asking is, why is there a knife in front of the gun that is called a bayonet? And there are quite a few different types of them. I was trying to make sure that there wasn't any, like, what is that called? Violent pictures on here. That is a sword. So back in the war, they used to have these knives on the gun. That's definitely not one. Oh, did they make that into a gun too? It's interesting. Okay, so that's a shotgun with a bayonet on it. And it's not a pastry, it's definitely a knife. I love you, Dad. Love Jessica. That's cute. Okay. But they use this this knife on their sword for close combat, as well as checking bodies to see if they were still alive. So, yeah. That is different. Actually, gun to shoot knives. Okay, so these are kind of older ones. Muskets. Oh, those are one-shot things. They would have to. Holy flip. Okay, so there was gunpowder, ball bearing, and some like a wad of like cotton or something, some sort of cloth that they'd pour the stuff in, then they put the ball bearing in, and then like they'd push this all of this down with some sort of cloth on this big long pipe to shove everything and compact it in there. And then towards the trigger mechanism, there would be like that. They would light, and whenever they would pull the trigger, this would come down and everything would shoot out. Be owie, boo boo, bad stuff. Okay, well, I don't know why there were pictures of people there, but okay. But yeah, that. And it doesn't give me the picture of that. Anyways. So a bayonet is a knife, dagger, sword, or spike-shaped weapon designed to fit on the end of the muzzle of a rifle, carbine, musket, or I don't know what a carbine? Carbine? I don't know how to say that. Musket or similar firearms, allowing it to be used as a spear-like weapon from the early 17th to the early 20th century. It was a melee or melee, whichever way you like to say that, weapon used by infantry for offense and or defensive tactics. Today it is considered an, I don't know how to say that either, ancillary, I don't know, weapon or weapon of last resort, although it is still used for ceremonial purposes.
Bayonet.
That's way different than the little food-like thing. It's definitely spelled different. Here, let's copy that, and then we'll go back to now. See, I was looking up certain things, and okay, so they're both pronounced the same, oh, just damn near the same way, I believe. People giving recipes. So, but one is, I think, French, and the other is not. See if I can't find the pronunciation of that.
Beignet.
Beignet. Alright. Well, I was told it was spelled something, well, sounded, I was told it was something different, but now it's beignet. A square donut with no hole. a fritter composed of various ingredients. Oh, they put stuff in there? I'm intrigued. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, it is 10 o'clock now, and I need to get some sleep because tomorrow I need to do some laundry as well as go to work for 2 hours, and well, yeah, so have a good one.